Hello, my name is Raymond Karczewski, and I am a living Christ. Today I should like to speak to you of the plight of a living Christ, one living in a satanic-ruled world. For the last 19 years, I have brought to the internet the message of Christ consciousness. I have dispelled the satanic illusions of the mystical Christ that one has come to believe in, the fiction which has been promoted by the satanic-ruled religion of Christianity. I have brought to all the simplicity of Christ consciousness, which is the true spiritual estate of all men, that of the unreplicatable resonance of truth displayed in a dualistic world of satanic deceit. All can see the effect that it has had upon mind-controlled cult members and the satanic institutions which have gained such power gleaned from the masses, the very nature of satanic programming via the same political, media, and religious mind-controlling organizations. For 19 years, the message of this living Christ has been assailed, blocked, attacked, banned, censored, forged. Phony book reports have been flourishing on Amazon.com. False biographies have been made about a fictional life created by disinformation agents of the government. YouTube numbers have been tampered with, and Facebook entries have been buried. I have been blocked from many groups and forums, a list of which may be found at archenterprises.com/DIALCHST.html censored. All of the word censored is in caps. It seems that government, print, and other sources of news media who are quick to expose many who call themselves Christ, but offer only a stone wall of silence when it comes to discrediting my messages which I have sent to them. This living Christ has been banned from the Alex Jones talk show of the Genesis Network, along with his counterpart, John Stadtmiller, of Republic Broadcasting Network, two major alternative media talk shows and personalities. Yet, it hardly causes people to wonder why my messages and I am banned, for they are familiar with the quality of my non-subversive but liberating spiritual messages. Why would the overwhelming effort of all fronts to be conducted to silence this Christ? Think about that. Government has attempted to imprison this living Christ via two bogus court trials, which resulted in the convictions of the defendant. Yet, threw this living Christ out of jail with no charges hanging over his head when he refused to accept their contract offer of sentencing, as they could not prove that a fiction, that which a court is, has any power or jurisdiction over a living man. who asserts his sovereignty. All that is documented on my two websites, arkenterprises.com and Lisa, Leesa, Ray, Ray, Enterprises.com. Yet the satanically conditioned, slave-minded amongst you refuse to wake up and see that what one man can do, what this living Christ has done, so can you. Many of you, quite frankly, are beyond help. You have resigned yourself to your fate. You have grown to love the chains of slavery which bind you. And sometimes I wonder if I'm wasting my time even talking to you. But I am speaking to all who have the spiritual eyes to see and the ears to hear, those who seek a better life for themselves and their posterity. You are being threatened by a fiction which calls itself the New World Order. It is satanic, illusory, and merely a conditioned thought that is stuck in your minds. As one can readily be seen who reads and listens to my message, that my message is inarguable, for it resonates with the unmistakable essence of non-dualistic, that is holistic, truth. One only need to observe the effect that it has upon prideful, conditioned ignoramuses and professional disinformation agents alike, both of government and media, and the silly mass of infected, prideful, unhealthy egos who are subject to their own flights of illusion. The fallacy of a self-imagined, projected savior to come and rescue you is a dead giveaway, for it exposes such entities whose consciousness is ruled only by their own illusory thought, dredged up in the memories of past conditionings. That is the nature of satanic thought, which can only operate in the after moment, that is the dead past. Living in the dead past, the memories of former action makes for unwhole entities who may be regarded as the living dead, zombies, automatons, programmable human beings. My message falls upon all, living or dead. What you do with it is your business, for you are all, whether you are aware of it or not, co-creators of your own life, and you are responsible for the quality of your existence. Let it be said that my messages are for the living and not the dead. My messages speak for themselves. I do not argue. I do not preach. I do not persuade. I merely speak the simple truth and let the devil take the hindmost. However, as one can see, that this living Christ is up against the satanic stacked deck. Since they control the media, they can shut down the words of one man, but they cannot stem the immutable essence of truth. If you are at one with my message, Like it. Show that you have recognized it. Share it with others and spread it around. Create a force of truth that cannot be reckoned with by cheap satanic tricks. But satanic institutions can control the numbers and prevent exposure to truth. You have what is going on this present day in America, a slave state. I invite all media, all, to discredit me if they can, but they will not, and they cannot, and they will not. That's the point, you see. That's what accounts for the stone wall of silence. They cannot move on truth and make it other than what it is. Have you not understood what has been going on with the government? They, and the media, like all satanic entities who seek and gather power over those who have relinquished their power because they doubt themselves. These institutions, these satanic institutions, can only operate behind a stone wall of silence while their petty disinformation agents chip away at the peripheral consciousness of the intellect. This has been going on for 19 years, and the despicable slander and libel campaigns are recorded on my websites, arkenterprises.com and lisarayenterprises.com, along with Google Archives. The truth is there for all to see, but few can break loose of the spell that binds them. Now, these disinformation agents have become so frustrated over the last 19 years in their failure to discredit or to malign the reputation of this Christ that they have now declared this living Christ to be dead and being substituted by bogus disinformation agents. That is the only thing they have left that they can do, for they could not in 19 years break the truth and create a spell. If you think that I'm kidding, I suggest you visit two Google news groups. The first is Alt Consciousness, Fourth Way, and the second is Alt Fan, Art Bell. These are the two sites. The consciousness site is devoted solely to discrediting this Christ, even though I do not write on that news group. Yet it doesn't stop them from creating their own pattern of disinformation and deceit. The second is the Art Bell group. Now, these government intelligence community supported disinformation people have headquartered themselves in these two groups. So if you're interested enough to check out what I'm saying, go to these sites and see for yourself that I am speaking truth. It is not very nice. It doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't make you feel comfortable or secure. But it is what it is. I wonder what it is about the American people that allows for such claims of slavery to bind them, and yet they defend these very institutions which have enslaved them. What has happened to their consciousness, to their character? What indeed? This Christ has shown the way to freedom and sovereignty, and you may take it or leave it. Let not this Christ become a voice in the wilderness, in talking to people who are prideful of their ignorance. If you resonate with my message, if you like them, share them, be them. Let us create a force of truth that dissolves the satanic ties that bind us to the hell of our own making. Do that, and you will set yourself free. Is that not what you want for yourselves and your children? Forget that. Thank you for your time.